One of our primary functions in Mozambique is to provide pure water and enough water to sustain the villages between rains. And one of the things that we tried to accomplish while we were there was to install a C2 lifesaver system, which is a fairly novel way to treat water and ensure that people get not only enough water, but high purity water. Of course, when we opened up the kit, there were no tools to install and build the kit, so we made do with 2 4-lug tire irons that just fortunately happened to fit for all the bolts and nuts that we needed to assemble the device. The villagers were gracious enough to help us and carry the tank out near the pond. We installed the pond and then asked them to go out and collect water. They brought the water back and it is remotely resembling water. It's a dark, muddy, brown, yucky mess. And you could just see the look on everybody's face there saying, this is not going to turn into clean water. So we filled the tank, we pressurized the tank, the villagers pitching in again, helping to pressurize the tank. They sampled the water, and pristine clear water coming out of the bottom of this tank, at which time I was on my knees thanking God. The people around the tank, the villagers and the rest of the team as well, were clapping and cheering and praising God. And then we went back to the village and showed them what we had accomplished. All in all, despite all the obstacles put in our way, God found a way to bring us through and provide this wonderful pure water to these villagers who so desperately needed it.
Our team planned to build 6 biosand filters while we were there. The next morning after we got there, we were informed that the sand was not there because Pastor Sergio's truck had broken down. We started driving around the roads looking for sand, and after about 2 hours, we said, God, you've got to help us here. And we drove down a road that we hadn't been down before, and there was sand right beside the road where someone had dug out with a machine. And it was perfect sand. Didn't even need to be washed, and plenty of it. God was able to provide us with the sand to make this all work.
I saw God at work in so many ways through the Youth for Christ team in Mozambique. It was really cool getting to work with them for the whole week and just see them, and even myself, get to share testimonies and message with some of the students in Mozambique and just see God intentionally just seeking after His children in Mozambique through young people. And it was just, I loved being able to see lives being changed through the people in that organization in Mozambique.
I saw God at work most specifically when we arrived in Mozambique, and Pastor Sergio invited the team to get up early on Sunday morning and come and be a part of a burning of the idols ceremony. I had no idea what that was going to look like. When we got there the next day, there was a pile of stuff. There were baskets, there were caplanas, and there were things I didn't recognize in this pile. Pastor Sergio preached about what these things meant, how they were the things that people were holding on to, that were part of their ancestor worship, and how they needed to let go of those things in order to worship only God. And so the process began where he was picking up these things with a stick, and he was singing and dancing about the victory that they had over Satan in the giving up of these idols. Actual celebration was song and dance where the people were singing, Satan, you will feel pain today. Demons, you will feel pain today. And the celebration was just awesome. God is clearly at work in Mozambique.